Swadee Krap. A very warm welcome to the Phuket Marriott Resort and Spa Nayang Beach. And what I normally do is when the guest walks through the lobby and sees the beauty of this nature, I say, we rolled out the turquoise carpet for you, which is actually the ocean that is lying in front of you. For most of the guests, that's the validation of their travel intent. They see something, maybe online, maybe through family and friends, maybe they see it in a brochure. But once they're walking through the door, they want to have the validation of their travel intent. And for most of them, it's raw nature, it's the beauty of this place, it's the serenity of this place. So from my heart, welcome to serenity, welcome to beauty, welcome to paradise. Before we actually converted this hotel to a Marriott, we were thinking about how can we connect to locality as well as to nature. And while we have the dolphins that are one of the guiding factors for our sister hotel, the JW Khao Lak, and the turtles with the Marine Foundation at the JW Marriott here in Phuket, we realized that there is a royal competition happening every year done by the princess, Her Royal Highness the Princess, in selecting the most beautiful singing bird in Thailand. And that is happening every year. And every year, since she inaugurated that competition, the bulbul, the knockbird, has actually won that competition. And what you see around the hotel, whether it's in the lobby, whether it's in the fins of the buildings, everywhere is a little sculpture of the knockbird. It's not a very common bird, it's actually quite rare. I invite everybody to come here and try, chase. There is a deeper meaning, and it's pretty much across Asia. The gong, apart from the welcoming thing, is also to alert the spirits and making sure that you have a pleasant stay with us. So the gong is rung once you come through the door and also rang once you're leaving the property, making sure that you have a good journey. You're really spoiled for choices here. In a nutshell, we have a room type that resembles traditional Thai architecture with a lot of teak wood inside, traditional Thai ornaments, and then we have a more modern room type for the worldly traveler that is looking for something more upmarket, more up-to-date style. And then you're really spoiled for choices when it comes to type of room. Do you want more for the garden, or do you want to have a straight beachfront access like we have here in the villa? Do you want to jump straight into the pool? We also have that. Or we have something for the families where you say, kids, you're in that room, close the door, I don't want to hear about you, and I'm in this room. We have pretty much everything for everyone. We are sitting here in a 2-bedroom villa, and even here you would have the opportunity of some privacy because you can lock away the kids in a separate building right next door and still have access to them, and they can still not leave the premises without you seeing it. The breakfast is one of the most important meals that you have in the day. This is where you make or break your experience. If you start a grumpy day, then the whole stay is grumpy. Because we have such a range of nationality in our hotel, we want to make sure that everybody feels amazing after the breakfast. So we have pretty much everything from Indian to Thai to Asian cuisine to European cuisine. We have a cold section, a warm section. We have an amazing array of fruits because we are in a country that has such a variety of fruit that you can't have at home in this quality. So we're trying to deliver the best in every aspect and making everybody happy. One of the restaurants that everybody gravitates to first is right smack in the center of our resort. You walk from the lobby, you walk down the alley, you bypass the main pool, and then you're right on the beach. And this is where we have Big Fish Grill and bar right next to it. Big Fish Grill is, well, everything that you can put on a grill. That can be lamb, that can be beef, that can be chicken, that can be pork, anything that you fancy. But one thing that we put a lot of emphasis on, the fish has to be the fresh catch of the day. We don't like anything that is frozen and sitting there in the freezer for a very long time. Everything is fresh. So sometimes we are running out of it because it's so high demand. The beef is coming from one of the best cattle farms in Australia. It's all grass-fed. And we have quite a wide selection of also Thai beef, Wagyu beef, that is absolutely phenomenal. So whatever you find in the restaurant is really handpicked. And we are blessed to have an executive chef who really puts a lot of detail, attention to detail on the dishes that he does. He has a long track record, also having cooked for royalties And he's taking that trait with him wherever he goes. He doesn't leave anything to coincidence. Then on the other side, we also want to showcase a different side of restaurant cuisine, is our Mama's Kitchen. It's the exact opposite. Apart from fine dining, we have the very casual dining on the beach. Al fresco means open air, and you can actually walk to Mama and she cooks together with you on the wok once you went through her herb garden. It's a wok-style dining in an oil drum. It's a shipping container welded open with an oil drum in front of it. Mama stands behind it, and you take the greens, you put it in the wok, she cooks together with you. She might share the recipe if you're nice with her, and you can take that recipe home. On one side, you want to come here for relaxation, for serenity, for being disconnected, maybe reconnect with the things that are important to you. That speaks a little bit about the digital nomads as well, focusing on the things that matter to you. But then once you're here, it opens your mind and you might think, oh, there is more to life than what I thought it would be. Maybe I want to try this out. I have thought a lot about Muay Thai. Maybe I want to give that a try. Or I never played a gigantic tic-tac-toe on the beach. Maybe I want to give that a try. So we want to offer activities to pretty much every guest, and we want to utilize the facilities as much as we can, sometimes even with quirky things. A few days ago we started discussing a golf parcours on the beach, but actually on the wet beach. As you know, we have a bit of a tidal situation. Sometimes the ocean comes, sometimes it goes. So every time the ocean goes, we want to establish a parcours for golfers, a 9-hole golf course. And every time the tide comes, it's washed away. And then once the tide is going again, we are creating a new one that looks very different from the one yesterday. And we want to even create it a little bit further. We want to make it a night golf with glowing balls to just add something quirky that you might want to try out or might not want to try out. Well, talking about the evenings, we have a sunset ritual that we are actually very, very excited about. Every evening we are doing it with a bit of music and also with marshmallows. And it's something for everybody. We're gathering around the fire pit, and everybody can pick your marshmallow, roast it, or lighting it up in flames and then crunching and munching it away. It's a ritual with a bit of a cocktail that celebrates the dawn and connect with new friends that you might find around the bonfire. We have a fully fledged kids club, and normally when you park the kids in there, it's very difficult to drag them out again because they are so amazed by the activities that they encounter there. We're actually just upgrading it from water cannons into trampolines because we realized kids love much more trampolines. Then on the flip side, not only being inside all the time, we're also recommending our guests to take them out there to the coral reef, because during low tide the coral reef comes out of the water, and kids love to see the marine life. It's also an educational part as well. I had quite a number of guests coming back to me and saying, thank you for giving me a sunburn on my back. The kid didn't want to come back, but the kids absolutely loved it. And we know that if the kids love it, the parents love it as well. I think they are much better in researching than we can ever be, because they are living in that digital space. What we offer is obviously the facilities that are helping them to be very successful. One of the things that we are putting a lot of emphasis on is bandwidth. So we have certain brand standards, but we tend to be way ahead of those brand standards to make sure that you always have ample bandwidth, whatever you want to do, whether you want to watch a movie online or whether you want to interact with your counterparts across the world. That's one of the things that also drives quite a number of corporate clients to us that want to interact with them with movable cameras that we have in our meeting rooms, etc. So our location obviously is a critical element and one of the success elements. But location here is so important to us, but also so successful for us because we are untypical Thai. Here it's all about serenity, it's about disconnecting, it's also reconnecting with things that matter, it's serenity. Most people that think of Phuket as a party zone, as a hustle and bustle, we have that. And if you want to experience that, we can transport you to the party zone, and then in the evening you would be back and you would relax and recover from what you have seen and experienced. That's all at your fingertip. But here it's literally about relaxation, and that is success to us. And quite a number of companies value that a lot, because here it's about focusing then on the business and focusing on the purpose of their event. Talking about weddings, the purpose of the event is bringing all the loved ones together and reconnect and celebrate an amazing occasion. So we have quite a lot of weddings in the hotel, smaller ones, larger ones, and they all come here not only because of the proximity to the airport, but also it's an amazing place that offers a lot of facilities, a lot of serenity, a lot of a beachfront as well. This is where they want to celebrate. We are already in the China market for a very, very long time. Marriott was one of the first entries into the market. Starwood at that time was. When we merged together with Starwood, we became quite a large operator in China. And with that also came a lot of contacts, a lot of partnerships in the Chinese market. From there on, we have only grown. We never stepped back, we never stood still. The partnerships have grown, they have solidified. At some stage we even invented partnerships. We grew Fliggy to the amount that it is today. We found strategic partnerships with Alipay and Alibaba. We never stood still and said, okay, that's enough, we don't have to move forward. China is a very dynamic marketplace, and therefore we also need to play our part to evolve and develop in that marketplace. One of our core DNA elements is Surf 360. That is part of our Marriott culture. And Surf 360 is living in the community and serving the community, helping the community, being part of the local community. So whenever a traveler comes to us, he wants to know more about the country that he's visiting. He doesn't want to have only, I want to have a drink by the bar and that's it. I don't want to hear anything else, because then you become replaceable. But there is a reason why they want to come to Thailand. So part of our Surf 360 is also reconnecting the guest, bring that together, forming a new alliance. But when it comes to life experiences, this is nothing that somebody can replicate. You need to travel and learn it and enjoy it on your own, and then bring it back to home, whether it's a recipe, whether it's a story that you can share, or whether it's just a gimmick that you brought from the place that you visited. So what we do here is we are connecting, for example, with the sea gypsies, and we're teaching the guest how to fish for the blue crab, the big one that you can find later on in your restaurant as well. Or you can knit your little bracelet together with the ladies, which has either a little turtle or a little bird carved out of a specific wood. These things mean a lot to guests as well as to the communities that we're servicing. The joy that I derive is from the smile that I put on the face of our guests as well as on our associates. See, if we're not coming here to change the world, but to make it a little bit better. That is our ambition, that is my ambition. And I derive that happiness, that notion of success from achieving that. A guest walks through the door and is completely upset, like it happened a few days ago. A guest came through the door, was very upset because something happened with the airline. The friend got stuck at the airport, couldn't get the visa through. The airline downgraded half of the family into economy class. The luggage was lost. She came through the door, she was so upset, but then by the end of the day, she was smiling and she was the happiest person on earth. That is success for me, and this is where I derive my satisfaction from. Be it with a guest, be it with an associate, and be it with the owner as well. Making the ownership happy, so the owner says, well, let me work with you to make this place even more better, even more beautiful, or even enlarge it to some extent. Yeah, this is where I derive my satisfaction from. So as you heard, it's a place of beauty, it's a place of serenity, it's a place of family. So I warmly invite you to join our family and to visit us. I'm looking forward to see you very soon. Thank you very much. Khop kun nakrab.